So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle. Camavinga gets the nod here. Anything we should note about him, Jim?
I think he's going to be a real threat down that flank, and the opposition are going to have a hard job to stop him getting crosses in. Having a player like that hugging the touchline and stretching the fences too creates space for other players, so this guy could be a very good addition to this team.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Now it's Raul. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Ødegaard takes control of it, and he's on the move. Isak unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Looking to play him in. Real chance! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Knocks it into space. He is just caressing the ball. Mbappe, and across it goes. Khan claims it without any fuss.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Alexander-Arnold makes the interception. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Hazard, and he's on his way! Decent chance! It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So that's 2 now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's on it, can he get away? Delivered in.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Goes forward. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Stood up well to him there. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Chance, surely! Yes! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Van Basten really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Japan find a position of real strength now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Japan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he's managed to get free. Hazard. Camavinga cuts it out. Kukçu. And it's Hazard. And this is Raul. Mbappe. Oh, that's an excellent interception.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Can he finish? And it's in. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Oh, that's... Tries a shot! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Japan really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Tries to get it clear. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Raul. Mbappe! Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Turns and goes back. Azar. Alexander-Arnold. And they can counter here. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Can he stop it going out? And Adams. Pass somewhat off target. And there's Greek face-to-face with the keeper. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Azar. Can he get it through? Vitinha. Joelinton. He's picked his way through. Could be danger here. Might be danger here. Ødegaard. There's the whistle for half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Signore e signori, unitevi a me nell'augurare al nostro ragazzo un buon compleanno.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Milan didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. Saliba. Azar. Raul. And here's Van Basten. Played out to the left flank. Alexander-Arnold. Ødegaard. Now he's got space here. He can run onto that. And out it comes again. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Camavinga. Showing good feet. Crosses it in.
That's good defensive concentration.
And here's Camavinga. That is lovely. Mbappe looking understandably energised after his goal. Kukçu. Great vision. Isak picks it up out wide. Kukçu is onto this. He's had a shot! Oh, denied at the last.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Not the most accurate pass. Joelinton.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
And it's Van Dijk. Van Dijk. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Bout of passing here, really easy. And the finish! Really well taken goal. And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence...
Good chance here! And he's spooned it over the bar.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the...
Oh no, this does not look good! Joelinton. Jordan Henderson. Joelinton. Azar. Vitinha. Jordan Henderson. Japan finding their passes. And it's Azar. Raul. Kukçu puts his foot on the gas. Oh, some tackle that. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Shot could be on. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Van der Ven. Azar. Here's Vitinha. Kukcu. Kamavinga. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Jordan Henderson. Nicely spread. Played back in. He has a look up. Azar! Well, now it's a race. Shoots!
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Numero 11. Lasciano il campo.
Guardiola with the clearance.
Il numero 21.
Milan are looking to go forward now.
Forlan. Attenzione, un cambio.
Now it's Rafinha. Kukcu. Kukcu really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Van der Ven. Vitinha. And it's Joelinton. And it's Joelinton. Now Foden. Soboslai. Pass is just off target.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Great chance! He scored! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Milan grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Japan clearly now in lead preservation mode. Vitinha. Jordan Henderson is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Van Dijk. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Mbappe. And that's a good ball. Rafinha. Kukcu. Saliba kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Passing is crisp and sharp. Passing nice and neat. Ødegaard. Rafinha. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. That's at the end. Milan suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. Your reflections then, Jim?
Milan desperately failing.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Chu, nicely weighted ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Ball swung in. Adams with the clearance. Haaland. Well, that's an excellent interception. Ødegaard. Played into space. Now that's well seen too. Well, that has not gone well. Look at the space here. He's having a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Cafu. And it's Batistuta. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any...
And the shot! Goal! Feyenoord! And it's Feyenoord who take the lead. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Feyenoord have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Chu in acres of space out wide. Takes a shot! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
How very smart. He just got it right.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And here's Neymar. Looking for a runner. Dink through. Isak. He's found a way through. Tries a shot! Goal! Milan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Milan go into the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Gabriel. Passing is crisp and sharp, and he's intervened well there. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Szoboszlai! They want to be quick to recover this. Good hit, kept the keeper honest. And we have our very first corner. Defending of the desperate variety. And the finish! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And he cuts out the supply. Xavi Alonso. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Chips it through, tries to play it through, and he shoots! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Milan really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Not the most accurate pass. Tar spots it and intercepts. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Searching pass he's played there. Shot a goal! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Kochu's cross. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Xavi Alonso. Half-time getting close now. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Tar gets his final warning. He just needs... Brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
He's had a shot! Really well taken goal. On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here.
And the shot! Sticks it away! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Complete awareness, he understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Great chance! Oh, taken with style. Deep into first-half stoppage time, a crucial goal. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. It has been end-to-end here, a glut of goals and just one between them. More excitement seems certain.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
And we're off again. Van Dijk cuts it out. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, that's a key interception. Looking for the run, but he's cut it out. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And that's put paid to a promising move. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defence. Chance!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
That has been cut short. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Ødegaard. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Kochu. Can he get it through? Xavi Alonso. Cafu. Just about up to the hour now. Haaland. Oh, not quite.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Looks a smashing ball. Milan can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And a chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Knocks it into space. Pass somewhat off target. Aimed beyond the defence. Corner it is.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. He steps in and that's the end of that. Neymar. Camavinga. Great vision. Can he get on the end of this? Just eases him off the ball. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's skewed away. And here's Soboslai. He's chance, surely! And that would have been game, set and match.
Szoboszlai has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible. Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Kukçu receives it in and the shot! And that should get the job done. Oh, easy pickings there. Serginho.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Alonso. Now it's Neymar. Goes for a shot! And the lead stays intact, just.
Serginho was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Now he's got space here. Feyenoord looking to pass their way through. Threads one in. Decent chance!
Substitution in progress.
The message is simple, defend this with your lives. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. And he's heaved it away.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Mbappe. Oh, a delicate chip through. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Milan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running.
It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match.
And a chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. He's picked his header! Oh, crossbar! Camavinga opts to play it back. Out to the left it goes. Ødegaard was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Plays a sharp little ball here. Soboslai. He is through here. Soboslai! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Gerrard. And he's intervened well there. Quality ball. Always onto this. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, nicely intercepted. Goes looking wide. That could spell trouble. He's found a way through. And the finish! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
OK, credit him for his willingness to run at people, but you really shouldn't be afforded so much space down the middle of the pitch.
Camavinga knocks it into space. That's tidy. Isak plays it in. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Tries to play it through. And this is Drogba. And he's had it nicked away. Gerrard. Roberto Carlos. Now the cross. Tries to get it clear. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Good ball, good take. Oh, it's a great ball here. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
That's a throw. And that's it's Drogba! And again the keeper stands strong.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
Liverpool have their second corner now. Chance, surely! Loose ball. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Neymar really couldn't have done much better with that. He was under so much pressure.
Now, can they get him away? Neymar's cross. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. That's an imaginative pass. Well timed, excellent interception. Pinches it off him. Aimed beyond the defence.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Bellingham! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 3 coming up. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Corner number 4 coming up here. Neymar! There it is! The breakthrough strike! So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Now, can he find a finish? It is a corner. It's their second corner of the game. He rises! Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Looking tidy in possession here. Alexander-Arnold. Can he finish? Milan have their third corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. This looks promising. And he's away. Great defending, strong and determined. Bellingham couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Gerrard. No, that was never going to make it. Short changes him with that pass. Neymar is onto this, and he's searching. Decent chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And it's made its way to him. Conte. And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And we're off again.
Milan can really do with some bigger names.
And he shoots! Oh, taken with style! And this is getting better and better. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Otto receives, takes a shot! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. They forced the error and extracted the max. He's going for goal! Gerrard, nice looking ball. That's been cut out, well played. Defending was strong and firm. Now it's Batistuta. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Kamavinga, and it's Kukcu. Bale could move up a gear here. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Not the most accurate pass. He's gone for goal! No, not quite.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Alexander-Arnold. Ødegaard. Soboslai. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, important interception. He's being urged to shoot. Gerrard. And here's Kukçu. He's tried one! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Ball driven towards the far post. Kukçu touches it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Bale bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Just eases him off the ball. Neymar. Out of play for a goal kick. Cannavaro. That's a sharp pass. And he's worked it through. It's Bale! And he should have made it 4.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Camavinga.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And he was alert to it. Batistuta might just make this. Adams spots it and intercepts. Now it's Batistuta. And it's Bellingham. Gerrard. Chance here to counter. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's a key interception. Conte. Looking to play him in. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Goes down, but nothing given. Ambitious ball here. Always onto this. Alisson can get it clear. And they're quick to get it back. And it's Soboslai. Now it's Neymar. And he cuts out the supply. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, Drogba! And he hits the net! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
It's become a case of men against boys. He won't be happy with that one. And the number on the board is... He's having a go! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save. Alexander-Arnold calmly anticipates. It's a pretty loose pass. Rafinha. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Milan have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
Now it's Isak! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And he cuts out the supply. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Picked out brilliantly. And Batistuta! And again the keeper stands strong.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment. Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very...
Bebeto! Get chance, surely! Goal! Vasco da Gama! And it's Vasco da Gama who take the lead. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Park Ji-sung. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that has been knocked clear, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's a shade optimistic. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Bebeto. And this is Schneider. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. He's picked his way through.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Isak! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That is a little undercooked. Now it's Schneider. Park Ji-sung knocks it into space. Szoboszlai. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well timed, excellent interception. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Batistuta. And smartly reclaimed. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And he's only too happy to take that back. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Vasco da Gama clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going...
There's the shot! He's scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Vasco da Gama are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead. He's through it, and the shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Played it back, and it's Alexander-Arnold. Batistuta could try cutting inside here. Cleared without complication. Cannavaro cuts it out. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Serginho. It's Bellingham. And this is Bebeto. And the flag has... and Bebeto! Relentless! Just relentless! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Pass somewhat off target. Serginho.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And the volley. That is decidedly lacking.
Vasco da Gama certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Some resolute defending there. Not the most accurate pass. Kopchu. Kamavinga. And here's Isak. Well, there's the clearance. And we've reached half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos que tomem conta de seus filhos durante a partida.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. And it's Kamavinga. Now it's Isak. Oh, there's a probing ball. Bebeto. Park Ji-sung. Adams spots it and intercepts. No, again there's no way through. Can he get on the end of this? Milan have reclaimed it. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That has been cut short. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Schneider. Passing is crisp and sharp, and that is expertly dealt with.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. And this is Batistuta. Oh, he's real chance!
Substituição em andamento.
It's Park Ji-sung. Shot could be on. Hit into the middle. Tries to get it clear.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Hazard. Ambitious ball here. That's going up front in a hurry. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Park Ji-sung, Alexander-Arnold, looking for options for movement. He slings it in. Henderson can get it clear. Lovely pass, but can he get there? They're back in possession and ready to go again. Plays a sharp little ball here.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. Neatly clipped into space. Schneider! It's there! It is no contest. It is a landslide. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Batistuta! No, that's just wide.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Played back in. Now it's Schneider. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Milan have the chance to go the other way. And this is Batistuta. And Batistuta! That's a cute ball. Schneider tries to pass it through. He's well positioned here. And he shoots! And there's his chance to lead the counter. Dink through. Now this could be a chance. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Park Ji-sung. And it's Azar. That is ended up in no man's land. Alexander-Arnold. Now that looks a decent ball. Batistuta's cross. And that should get the job done. That's really well manoeuvred. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Isak. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Park Ji-sung! Park Ji-sung! He's put it wide. There's a player in need of attention here.
Yeah, and, you know, I think it appears to have been bothering him for a while.
He's got to continue, it seems, albeit a little gingerly. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Mbappe. That is a great pick out. Good read, needed to be. Sports official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. That's a sharp pass. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Schneider. Park Ji-sung couldn't squeeze it through. Threads one in. This looks promising. He has found the way through. Oh, he's been caught. Big chance! And that may well be that. that is that. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile.